Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. I'm Sammy and this is Harley's Dollhouse. So this video is for Kyros.workshop's collab, which is the Astral Chimera Collaberation. So for the collaboration you need to combine 3 of your zodiacs, which is Chinese zodiac, Western zodiac, and the Mayan zodiac, into one doll. For my Mayan zodiac, mine is the owl, which is a symbol of the wise. I chose a barn owl to use as for part of my doll because they're my favorite, and also fun fact, I have a barn owl tattoo. And for my Western zodiac symbol, I am a Scorpio. They are generally extremely deep and emotional, and also they are a water sign. So for my Chinese zodiac, I was born under the year of the horse, which for the characteristics of a horse is usually kind, straightforward, calm, rational, always ready to help others, and popular among friends. I feel like that's somewhat true. So let's go ahead and get started on the doll. She is going to be a lot of work. And the perfect doll for this project was the Avea Trotter doll from Monster High Freaky Fusion. I absolutely love her. I think she is such a gorgeous doll. Off camera, I went ahead and airbrushed her. I airbrushed the body a brownish orange color, and then the top part of her body and her head is like an off-white color. So I 3D printed these wings off of Thingiverse. I'll leave the link down below for you guys. And now we're just going to make some holes on the side of her body to be able to attach the wings with wire. And after I made the holes in her body and through the wings, now first I'm going to thread some wire through her body so we can attach the wings. This was a pain in the butt and it took me forever to get it through, and then one time I did get it through and they slid out. So the second time I got them through, twist them together so they wouldn't fall out. And now I'm just gonna thread the wire through the wings, and then we will twist the wire around so it's secure, and then add a 2-part epoxy sculpt around the wings to blend it to the body. And after the epoxy sculpt was cured for 24 hours, I went ahead and sprayed her with Mr. Super Clear UV Flat Cut. So let's go ahead and blush her body a little bit, and also I blushed the wings as well before I painted them. Now on to painting the doll. I decided to give her gold hooves since majority of her colors are going to be neutrals like browns, lots of browns. So I thought the gold would be a really nice accent color. And moving on to her wings, I am painting them the same color as her body so it blends all together. The goal for her wings was to kind of paint them the same pattern as a barn owl. So I had some reference photos and I did my best. I think I did a pretty good job at copying their like print on their wings. So for her tail, I decided to use a yarn tail for her. I just cut out a bunch of strands of yarn, tied some together in the middle, and kind of just strung them all together, creating a horse-like tail. And after I cut them and tied them together in the middle, I did brush out the yarn. And after they are all strung together, this is what the tail looks like. It's nice and fluffy. And to make it look more like a scorpion tail, I just used some little rubber bands and sectioned it off to create little segments. And here's how the tail looks after I put all the rubber bands on it. And later on, to cover the rubber bands, I'll be adding like this ribbon around each section. So my husband was kind enough to 3D model me this stinger bead to go on the end of her tail, and I am going to paint it copper and add some gold studs to it. I found these wood beads in my craft stuff, and I thought it'd be a good idea to add that with the stinger. So I painted it the same color, and I threaded some wire through the tail and to give it more posability. And now I'm going to thread that wire through the stinger here, and then we can attach it to the doll later. And now for the easiest part of the doll, which is her face up. She has been sprayed with Mr. Super Clear UV Flat Cut, and I am using a medium tone brown watercolor pencil to go ahead and start sketching out her facial features. And I apologize for some of the footage during the face up process. I did not realize that my camera was not in focus. I did my best to work around it. Definitely a failure on my part. So for her eyes, I wanted to give her some like hazel color eyes, and I filled in the top part with the brown pencil, and around the brown I did a medium shade of green. So using my brown pastels, I tried to recreate a, like kind of how like a barn owl looks, how they have like a brown color shaping their face and around their eyes and after I really like how her face looks, I'm just going through and adding some details here and there just to kind of darken things up and bring up that opacity. And moving on to her hair, I made some wefts using this really pretty caramel brown color, and I decided not to straighten it because I liked how it looks wavy, and I feel like that would fit a horse perfectly. So my husband thought it would be really cool if she had a spear. So he 3D printed me and modeled this spearhead, and we just attached it onto a dowel, and I'm just going to go ahead and paint that. And I attached her head, and she is almost completed. I made her a little leather top and gave her some chains, and off camera I added some fur to her body because it was really hard to record it. I don't have a lot of space to work with, so she either kept falling over or it was not in the shot, so I just did that off camera. I had some extra wefts, and I made little braids to go on the top of her head, and added some little beads and little jump rings just for some decoration there. And now to add her tail back in, I actually did majority off camera because I had to go back and add extra wire and parts just so it would have more posability and also just like stay up because it just kept falling down. Sorry I didn't get to show you that, but it was definitely a pain in the butt, but turned out really good in the end. And now it's time to see the finished doll. So what do you think about her? I think she turned out really pretty, and I'm really proud of her because she was just such a challenge, but definitely well worth it in the end, I think. So for my giveaway doll, it looks like the surprise doll won. So now I will try to come up with something soon and maybe hopefully have it ready by the end of the year. I think that'll be a good way to kick off 2022. Alright you guys, thank you so much for your love and support for my channel. As always, that means so much to me. Do not forget to subscribe, like, and hit the notification bell so you'll be notified when I have another video up. And also, it would help me out a lot if you share my videos as well. Alright guys, I'll see you next time. Bye!